So, I need to explain myself on why I haven't been uploading content recently. It's just that me and my family moved to a different house. Not only that, but it's been kinda a stressful year and I haven't gotten the time to make any videos, but now we've gotten ourselves mostly situated for the time being. So, since I can catch my breath right now, I'd figured that although I have 2 projects that I'm working on, I'd figured that you should at the very least have a quickie to tie yourselves over for the meantime. This is SL3YER Commentates Quickies, a side series of the main series but with an added twist. The twist is that the video must be less than 10 minutes long but can also be more than 3 interjections at a time. I'm your host SL3YER, here to kick some ass because I got your back. So, on May of 2016, the mysterious Mr. Enter made a top 20 countdowns of the worst cartoon opening theme songs. Part 1, I should say. Some of the entries involve Coconut Fred, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, and Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Then on November of 2017, a guy that you might have heard of from my 24th commentary, SL3YER, did a commentary on that. Now, I know that the video is old and some people might be frowned upon by that, but in the Cloud Palace chat, he actually posted this video along with 3 others stating that not only does he not stand by them anymore, but if anybody wants to cover them, then that's fine by him. So, here we are. As for an avatar, Hessa, Nessa, Missile! Sorry, I wanted to use that avatar for a while now.
Well, this is a theme song that can go die in hell. Honestly, if there's anything about this theme song that surprises me, it's how low it actually is on the list. Everything that this theme song does just annoys me. First of all, it's one of those theme songs that tries its name over and over again and expects you to get whatever it's about. Which is my least favorite genre of theme song, by the way.
No, Enter, this could have been a really good point against this song. If you didn't only play 3 parts of the song where it says the show's name. Why is this a problem exactly? Well, this song says its name, counting the Freds, Coconut Freds, and Coconut Freds Fruit Salad Islands, which you do show in your example by the way, 12 times.
He then gives out those examples. I'm not playing them here since part of me wants to say that it drags on within the video. Like, sure, there's the next part, in which case that you'll state next, and I do understand that you specifically, not Enter, needed to do that because it helps strengthen your argument. But if I can make a hypothetical-ish question here, so what? I wouldn't necessarily say that if he did that then we'd be here all day, but it does drag the video if he shows every single example of that, or even most of the examples. Not only that, but it can give the audience a gist of what the theme song is mainly about. Do I think that Mr. Enter should at the very least state on how many times the theme song said Fred or Coconut Fred? Sure, but the way that he showed us that, as well as later on in the entry, also works. Yeah, speaking about later on in the entry.
Which honestly would have helped your case for this song being incredibly repetitive. Instead, you only show 3 instances of the theme saying its title, which for people like me who haven't heard of Coconut Fred's theme song beforehand, it would seem like you're lying about the intro to make it look worse than it actually is.
Only showed 3. Never mind that you've also showed me this.
Well, this is a theme song that can go die in hell.
And then there's also these parts here that you've skipped over.
I mean, this song even ends like this. This is why it's on the list. Beatbox belching.
So, couldn't one argue that these are technically also examples of the theme song repeating itself? Yeah, sure, I do understand that you said that he only showed us 3 within that section, but the issue is that he also showed some examples of the theme song repeating the same words throughout the entry, intentionally or not. So, why are you complaining this to him when you're just flat out wrong and completely miss these sections here?
A lot of people asked me about the show when it began, but I never gave my opinion because it didn't seem to appeal to me. Cartoons based on video games have a bad track record. I mean, there's certainly plenty of potential with Pac-Man, not from the original arcade game, but the extra stories and characters from games like Pac-Man World. But even with that in mind, the theme song was enough to keep me away.
Wait, hold on a second. Didn't you say this in the beginning? I know I skipped it, but let me show you.
Also, keep in mind that just because the theme song is bad, doesn't mean that the show is bad. Some shows that I really love don't have the best themes, like Star vs. the Forces of Evil, for instance.
Saying that the theme is enough to keep you awake contradicts what you said in your intro because, as you said, just because the theme song is bad does not mean the show is bad.
How? What? How is this a contradiction, my dude? Mr. Enter only stated that the theme song is what kept him from seeing the show. Yeah, he also stated that the video game-based shows have a bad track record, meaning that there could be some hidden gems. But he also said that it didn't appeal to him, as in he's stating his opinions, first impressions, whatever you may call it. He also stated there would be plenty of potential for some of the other games of Pac-Man, such as Pac-Man World. It's not a contradiction because he's explaining why, in his opinion, that he doesn't want to watch the show, not because the show is bad.
I don't even know what to say about this. I mean, this is doubly insulting, because the original theme song from Season 1 still holds up, like 20 years later.
I wanna be the very best, no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause.
You can keep playing that all the way through. The Simpsons does it. This is another theme song that just shouts its name over and over again.
The theme song only says Pokemon 6 times, and at different parts of the song. Pay attention. Also, of course the series, which is part of the Pokemon anime, would say Pokemon in the theme. You know, because it's Pokemon. Also, if you're going to make the argument that repeating the series name 6 times is way too much, couldn't that also apply to the original Pokemon theme? I mean, it says it 6 times as well. However, you could make the argument that Mr. Enter is referring to the extended versions of the songs, but throughout the list, he uses a shortened version from the cartoon as his examples, so therefore, we can come to the logical conclusion that Mr. Enter is referring to the shortened themes from the cartoon.
Yeah, but one can argue that unlike the original song, not only do they shout out Pokemon twice, within 2 times, both at the beginning and near the end, but they saying the word without any meaning to them or doesn't make any sense as to why they would say it. You know, except of course that it's the show, but even then, one can argue saying that it doesn't necessarily work all that well. I mean, geez, take a look back at Coconut Frat, for example. With the original song, however, the first time the singer sings it does have a reason to it. As the lyrics goes, teach Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. And one could maybe also argue that the second and fourth time also have a reason to it being there. As in, Pokemon gotta catch 'em all, it's you and me. And Pokemon gotta catch 'em all, a heart so true. Not only that, but unlike the Diamond and Pearl version, it's a lot more spaced out with the other words being in play than the other ones. Now, is Mr. Enter at fault for not explaining that aspect within this entry? Sure. However, with how the Diamond and Pearl song only say it because they feel like they need to say it, I honestly can understand as to why it's on the list as well. So I'm gonna stop the video here. If I continue on, then I might be getting into the realms of nitpicky territory.
So that's pretty much all the problems I had with the video. Final thoughts?
Is that a JoJo reference?
I don't get it. Can you please stop making random jokes that doesn't make any sense? Thank you. Final thoughts. Honestly, even with these issues, the rest of the video is okay. Even with some of these problems here, I don't really think that you should beat yourself over with it, as the other points are either okay or decent. So it's not really a bad video, and at the very worst, you can semi-disown it. Anyways, hope that you guys like the video. It'll be a while for some of the other projects to come out, but I hope that you guys like it in the meantime. Until then, I'll catch you guys later.